Norma McKenna and I'm the Soil Laboratory Manager here at Southern Scientific Services. Southern Scientific Services was set up over 25 years ago. It started off initially as a soil laboratory and it has since expanded into soil, chemistry, micro, and there's a sister company, Arbor Diagnostics, which processes the BVD samples. So the Soil Lab is in existence for over 25 years. We are at the moment one of the largest testing facilities of soils in the country. So we will process possibly in excess of 60,000 samples a year of soils. So the part initially that we would have shown you was where the samples come into reception. So they come in their box from the soil taken out in the field. Paperwork comes in with them. We check the paperwork against the names in the boxes. Once everything is okay, we then enter them into the Laboratory Information Management System, it's the LIMS system. So from there then, they are dried in the oven for at least 2 days, if not 3, depending on the time of the year and how wet the sample is. They then come out of there, they're then put through a crusher and then they're sieved, and what we end up with then is the soil here behind me, the fine powder that we actually then would test. The phosphorus and the potassium and the magnesium, they're extracted in a Morgan's extracting solution reagent. And then we have robotic pH instruments for reading the pH of the soil. And we do 2 pHs here, actually we do a water pH and a buffer pH. And it's the buffer pH that determines the lime requirement. But they're both done on robotic pH instruments. So the pH robotic instrument, they can test, analyse 100 samples in one batch. So normally we would, both robotic pH instruments would take 200 samples in one go. So on that basis then you are processing, we can actually test up to 700 samples in the day for pH. And then the latchet quick chem instrument is what we would use for testing the phosphorus, the potassium and the Morgans. And again, you will put 200 samples on that in one run. And a run usually takes about maybe 4 hours, 4.5 hours. And so again, you're testing a couple of hundred samples there a day for phosphorus, potassium and magnesium. And I suppose the way the system, the LIMS system is set up in the lab, once the run is finished on the instrument, the results then go straight back through the LIMS system and they actually end up on my computer, on my desktop. And from there, the results are checked, all QC data is checked to make sure all the QCs are correct. And once everything is okay, the report then is generated and issued to the customer.